In this video, I'm going to talk about debt collection in Denmark. The debt collection in Denmark is governed by a structured legal framework designed to ensure fair and efficient recovery of outstanding debts, while at the same time protecting the rights of both creditors and debtors. The process typically unfolds in two main stages: the pre-legal phase and the legal phase. So let's start with the first one, the pre-legal phase. In this initial stage, the creditor seeks to recover the debt without court involvement. The process includes three elements. First, the reminder notice. This is the situation where the creditor is sending a formal reminder to the debtor requesting payment within a specified period. Usually it is between 7 to 14 days. If the debtor fails to respond, the creditor issues a debt collection notice, granting a minimum of 10 days for payment. This notice must clearly state that it is a debt collection notice and outline the consequences of non-payment. The creditor might engage in negotiations to reach an amicable settlement, which could involve, for instance, payment plans or some other arrangements. Any agreement should be documented, as it can serve as evidence in the matter if the matter proceeds to court. If the amicable efforts fail, the creditor can initiate legal proceedings. The second phase, legal phase, may have two scenarios. The first one is a simplified procedure. For claims not exceeding 50,000 Danish crowns, a simplified procedure is available. The creditor files a payment order with the enforcement court. Then the court issues a payment demand to the debtor, who has 14 days to make the payment. If this will not happen, the court can enforce the payment. The second option and the second tier is ordinary procedure. If the debtor questions the claim, or if it exceeds 50,000 Danish crowns, the matter can be taken to the court. This involves filing a lawsuit. The creditor submits a formal complaint to the court detailing the claim and providing some supporting evidence. Then the court serves the complaint to the debtor, who typically has about 14 days to respond. Actually, it has 14 days exactly to respond. Both parties present their point of view in the court, after which the court makes a judgment. If the court rules in favor of the creditor and the debtor does not voluntarily pay, the creditor can request enforcement. It may result, for instance, in seizing assets or other measures. The debt collection process in Denmark is primarily regulated by the Debt Collection Act. This is the legal framework that outlines the permissible practices for debt collections, making sure that debtors are treated fairly and not subject to undue harassment. Another document is Interest Act, Renteloven, which governs the accrual of interest on overdue payments, specifying the rates and the conditions under which interest can be charged. Another important legal framework is the Danish Contracts Act. It's so-called Aftaleloven. This legislation governs the formation, validity, and the interpretation of contracts in Denmark. It establishes the general principles for entering into agreements, including the requirements for offer and acceptance of it, and addresses issues related to obligations and also remedies for a breach of the contract. It is important that debt collectors must adhere to ethical standards, avoiding aggressive or misleading tactics and behaviors. Claims for payment generally have a limitation period, after which they cannot be legally enforced. It is crucial for creditors to be aware of those timeframes to act promptly. The losing party in a court case is typically required to cover the legal expenses of the winning party, emphasizing the importance of a well-funded claim. Understanding and navigating the debt collection process is, in Denmark, requiring careful attention to legal protocols and timelines. engaging legal professionals or reputable debt collection agencies can provide valuable assistance in effectively recovering debts while ensuring compliance with Danish law. If you have problems with getting paid for your invoices in Denmark, or if you need to collect a debt in Denmark, feel free to get in touch with us.